Happy Christmas, everyone. Pooh and I have a Christmas story to share with you today. Our story is about an old shoemaker called Papa Panov. Papa Panov lived in a small Russian village a long time ago. It was Christmas Eve and Papa Panov was sitting in his chair, looking out of his shop window. He could see the children in the street and he could hear their excited laughter. They reminded him of his children. His children were all grown up now and had moved away. He could smell the smell of Christmas baking, and that reminded him of his wife. She had loved to prepare for Christmas. His wife had died a few years ago, and now he was all on his own. To comfort him on Christmas Eve, he picked up his Bible and he opened it up at the first Christmas story. He read about Mary and Joseph and their trip to Bethlehem. He read that they couldn't get a room in Bethlehem because it was so busy. I would have given them my room, thought Papa Panov, and I would have wrapped that baby in my warm quilt to keep him warm and cosy. Papa Panov read about the angels and the shepherds, and he read about the wise men from the east who came with presents for a new king. What could I give Jesus? Thought Papa Panov. And then he smiled and he went to the top shelf in his shoe shop and he took down a dusty box. Inside the box were a pair of tiny shoes. Papa Panov had made them, and Papa Panov thought, that's what I'd give Jesus. I'd give him the shoes. My very best work. Papa Panov picked up his Bible again and carried on reading. But his eyes grew tired and his head dropped. His glasses slipped down his nose and he fell fast asleep. Papa Panov dreamed. He dreamed of his children. He dreamed of his wife and all the Christmases that they'd enjoyed together. But then Papa Panov heard a voice. Papa Panov, said the voice, it's me, Jesus. I'm coming to visit you tomorrow on Christmas Day, said Jesus. Watch out for me, Papa Panov, and be ready to greet me. Then everything went quiet. Papa Panov woke up. It was Christmas morning. And if his dream was right, Jesus was coming to visit him. He better get ready. He put on a fresh pot of coffee. He made some soup and he tidied his little room. Then he went to the door and looked out into the street. It was early and the only one in the street was the road sweeper. The road sweeper looked cold. He only had a thin coat on. "Come in, my friend," said Papa Panov. The road sweeper didn't need to be asked twice. He came in, sat by the fire, and warmed himself. Papa Panov gave him some coffee and some soup. And before the road sweeper left, Papa Panov gave him his thick, warm coat to wear. Time passed, and still Jesus didn't come. Papa Panov got up and went to the door again. He looked up the street and he looked down the street. He still didn't see Jesus. He did see the young mother and her baby though, and they shivered with the cold. Papa Panov didn't waste any time. He invited them in. He sat the mother down by the stove. He gave her coffee and a bowl of soup. And while she was eating her soup, he warmed milk for the baby and gave it to the baby. It was while he was feeding the baby that he noticed the child didn't have any shoes, and its little feet were blue and cold. What do you think Papa Panov did? Yes, you're right. He went and he got that box and he took out the little shoes and he put them on the baby's feet. "I can't accept those," said the mother. But Papa Panov said, "They're for Christmas." And with that, he told the mother his story about his dream. When it came time for her and her baby to leave, she wished Papa Panov a very happy Christmas. And she said she hoped his dream would come true. When the mother and baby continued their journey, Papa Panov continued to look for Jesus. The street outside was very busy now, but he still couldn't see Jesus. There was a beggar in the street asking for food and for money. Papa Panov still had some soup, so he invited the beggar in. He warmed him and fed him, and before the beggar left, Papa Panov gave him all the money that he had. It was dark by the time the beggar left, and Jesus still hadn't come. Papa Panov sat in his chair and sighed. It was a dream after all. But then he heard the voice again. "Papa Panov, did you see me today?" "No," said Papa Panov. "I looked all day, but I didn't see you. I must have missed you." "You didn't, Papa Panov," said Jesus. "I was there." "But when?" said Papa Panov. "Papa Panov," said Jesus, "when I was hungry, you fed me. When I was thirsty, you gave me a drink. I was a stranger, but you welcomed me into your home. I needed clothes, and you clothed me. I don't remember doing any of that, said Papa Panov. You did, said Jesus. When you gave the street sweeper your coat, when you fed the mother and baby, when you gave the baby those shoes, and when you gave the beggar your money. You welcomed all of those into your home. They were strangers, but you cared for them and you looked after them. And because you made them happy, Papa Panov, you made me happy. Happy Christmas, Papa Panov, said Jesus. And then it was all quiet again. Papa Panov sat back in his seat and smiled, and a twinkle came to his eyes. Jesus had come to visit him after all. Well, everyone, Pooh and I hope you enjoyed that story, and we pray that Jesus will come and visit you in your homes this Christmas. We'll be back with you again on the 10th of January. But until then, it's Happy Christmas from Pooh and I. And God bless to all of you.